BookTube, it's Louise, the Big Head Bookworm. Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good day wherever it is you are and whatever it is you're doing. Welcome back to my little part of the internet. My name's Louise. I'm the Big Head Bookworm. Not particularly big head today. I am grey, matching the grey skies outside. Zero laundry on the washing line. The whirligig is up, but it is bejewelled with droplets of rain. It's a very damp day out there. It is actually raining at the moment. It's more that kind of nasty drizzle rather than exciting rain. There is no exciting rain. However, there is much laundry on the barely on radiators, I have to say. Our dry soonish, which is our heated air dryer, is over there and it's doing its bit. And we also have, not only do we have the dry soonish, which isn't its right name, it's actually called Dry Soon, but we have discovered it kind of dries it soonish, so therefore that's what it's known as. The Dry Soonish is next to a new friend that we have in the laundry to help the laundry, but also just to help the house. This is nothing to do with BookTube, I'm just telling you this. Our Alan, the dehumidifier. Why is he called Alan? I don't know. I can't remember why. I think the husband just chose the name Alan, but he's known as Alan the dehumidifier, and he sits in our kitchen. We were getting a little bit of damp in the house. There was definitely along the windowsills, we were getting that nasty kind of black stuff, which I still think it could do with a bit of a wipe. Maybe I'll do that afterwards. I live a crazy life. So we got the dehumidifier, and also that helps kind of if you're drying stuff in the house, just helps dry it so much quicker. So we've got dehumidifier, not too expensive to run. We're all watching our pennies. We've got the air dryer, not too expensive to run, and stuff on a radiator that's barely on. That's the excitement for the day, really. Got a cat down there. Just had a bit of lunch, haven't you? Yeah, looked at me and went, yeah, that's it. At home today, it's just me, myself and I, and 3 cats. Yeah, doing bits and bobs. I haven't done any reading today. What am I reading currently? I am still reading The Atlas 6. The fact I'm reading it slowly is nothing to do with the book. It is just the fact I am not picking the book up. I have finished my audiobook, which was The Case of William Smith by Patricia Wentworth. That was a re-listen. Lovely. It was good to have it in the car, and when I was doing some crafting upstairs, just pop it on, get lost in the story and what I was doing. Peaceful moments. The books, I just haven't been picking it up. I'm 156 pages in. When I sit and read it, I really enjoy it. I'm just not picking it up. I'm intrigued to know what's going to happen. I'm intrigued rather than sucked in. I think that's the thing. I haven't yet been kind of, oh, I must know. I'd like that to happen. And by 156 pages, I would have expected to have started to feel like that. I gather somebody told me that somebody said in the comments that it was self-published to begin with and then has been picked up. It's been picked up by a main publisher now, by HarperCollins, and it's under their Tor imprint. So that's quite a biggie. And I imagine they're obviously... Oh no, it's not HarperCollins, it's Pan Macmillan. I thought Tor was HarperCollins, but no, it's Pan Macmillan. So yes, it's been picked up by a major one, and obviously they've carried on printing the series. But yeah, I have very little to say about it other than I am reading it. I just need to put some time into it, which makes it sound like it's homework. It's not homework. I am enjoying it. I'm just not, like that with it. If I was like that with it, I would have already finished it. That's not exciting. Another book that I'm reading daily is Everyday Nature by Andy Beer. Would you like one? a little cheeky beer. It is exactly what you imagine it is. It's a little 2 paragraphs every day about something naturey that's happening. So today's 22nd of February, Dog's Mercury. This is one of the first woodland plants to appear. It quickly covers the base of hedgerows and woodland floor in February. They're kind of like interesting little bits to notice. It's either about the birds or the insects that are about, or plants that are emerging. Woodlice. That was about woodlice. Do you know, the other day, I opened the door in the evening to let the cat out, and 5 woodlice came in, like immediately. It's like they were all sat outside waiting. I was like, whoa, what's happening here? And the cat happily just sat and looked at them like, kind of like, Mum, have you seen this? Lots of woodlice. Literally, I could just see them popping over. I was like, no. I had to get them back out again, you know, not in a nasty way, just don't particularly want woodlice in my kitchen. Yeah. All kind of came beetling in. Not beetling in, came woodlicing in. House sparrow, elder catkin. So yeah, so this is in the downstairs toilet. And should you find yourself with a little moment in the day, and I'm literally every day just sat there going, oh, I'm reading about something that's naturey. It's very Northern Hemisphere UK centric in the plants that it's talking about, because it's you know, printed here and that's what it's for. But this book encourages you to find beauty in the everyday and forge your own powerful connection with the nature on your doorstep. I read quite a few days of it last year, but I wasn't consistent. So this year I've put it somewhere where it's very obvious and I just read it every day. So yeah, that's literally all I'm concentrating on in books. My new audio book is... I'm not going to actually say what it is. I'll say it next week, because hopefully I would have got more into it. It's a true crime one, and I've done the first couple of chapters and I'm liking it, but I'll see how I go with it and I'll let you know how I'm doing next week. That's a bit of a teaser for you there. The other thing I'm obsessed with at the moment is, and this is why I haven't actually been reading stuff, because I have been, you know when you start to get obsessed with something and then you find out, you listen to the podcasts and you watch videos about it and you watch the live streaming of the trial. If you're a true crime person, are you at the moment with me watching the Murdoch trial? Alex Murdoch, that's apparently how you say it. I've looked it up on the internet. I've listened to lots of places and they call him Alex Murdoch, but they apparently do a hard k at the end, so Murdoch, and it's Alec Murdoch, lots of k in there. South Carolina, prominent attorney, wife and son murdered. He's on trial for murdering them. So I first heard about the Murdoch situation, events affecting the family, when True Crime Garage did a podcast about it last year. They did a couple of episodes and I listened to that and I kind of got it, but I didn't quite understand it. And then I watched something and it was about, I think I must have watched a video about it on YouTube, true crime video, and then I listened to a couple of more podcasts, and then the trial started. We're on, the defence started on Friday. They didn't do anything on Monday. Yesterday was like the first full day of the defence. Buster, his other son, was on the stand. Are you? You're probably sat there going, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you're into it, you are into it big time. And I've just discovered, I looked it up on my mobile telephone device. God. Could I have proved any more that I am not young and hip? I said to somebody yesterday, do you think I'm hip? And they were like, no, you're not. On my telephone device, I looked up and connected to the World Wide Web. I'm just going to call it the World Wide Web from now on. Forget the internet, the World Wide Web. I looked it up on the World Wide Web and it said that the Murdoch documentary was coming to Netflix today in the United Kingdom, and I went and I beetled to the television and found it, and it's there, and I think it's 3 episodes. Well, that's the rest of my day gone, isn't it? I mean, I've got lots of other things to do, but that's the rest of my day, isn't it? There we go. It is probably the only thing I can binge. It's probably the only thing that I can watch back-to-back episodes of is a true crime documentary. Lots of people do their box set weekends. Do you do box set weekends? Are you somebody that can sit down and binge watch a box set or go through a box set? The husband and I cannot. But we both separately have our things that we like to watch, and mine is true crime. He will watch true crime with me. He isn't actually here at the moment. He's away at his parents'. So he's not here. So it's kind of like, well, he's not here. The son's at school. I'm going to go and pick up the lad from school in a couple of hours. So I think let's sort it out between us. I think I'll fiddle and faddle around. Got a little bit more housework to do. Fiddle and faddle around for the coming time. Go and pick him up. And maybe about 4 o'clock. Switch on the lights, light a candle, get myself a cheeky, non-caffeinated hot drink. I actually got a jar of it. This is weird. We do have jars of this around the house, right? Because this is the one that I take to work. I drink this. Whole Earth Organic No Caff coffee alternative. Made with barley and hickory. Yeah. And it's called Caff No Caff in my house because it's a kind of pretend coffee. I cannot get on with decaf tea. I just find it a bit. I love a cup of tea. Cannot cope with decaf tea. Cannot cope with caffeine after about 12. So this is my coffee alternative, which I have with oat milk or soya milk. I am a little bit hip, tiny bit hip, but not very hip. Yeah, so I'll have one of those. Get one of those. Oh, that's just made my Wednesday so much better. So there we go. That's it, friends. That's all I've actually got for you today. I am just being a little bit rubbish when it comes to reading. I think it's just because I'm distracted by fantastic. I mean, all the commentators, if you've not watched this trial, all the commentators are calling it trial of, not the year, but they're talking about one of those trials that people are going to talk about for years to come in true crime circles. It is kind of as sexy as it comes, as somebody said. And yeah, I have been sucked into the Law and Crime Network on YouTube, and I don't watch what's the other one? Court TV, because you can get some of that on YouTube, but I don't watch that. I watch Law and Crime. I quite like their Sidebar podcast. I may be talking to one other person that's watched this, but if you have, then you know that I am. We are the same kind of person. We are, If you haven't, then just become hip like me. Watch things on the World Wide Web. Yes. Oh, dear me, I'm going to watch this back and go, oh, what are you like? Anyway, there we go. There we go, friends. Hope you're okay. Caught you up with the laundry. Caught you up with my true crime obsession at the moment. Talked about 2 books. And I'm now going to love you and leave you. And hope you have a great rest of the week. I uploaded a yarn chat video on Sunday. I shall be looking to upload my next one next Sunday. And then let's talk about books and the Murdoch trial next Wednesday. This has been lovely, BookTube.